Hi, welcome to DBMS course. In this session, we will discuss about functional dependency and its types. What is a functional dependency? Let me explain with a real world example. Assume we have a relation in which we are storing the address details of the people. And let us assume that the relation is having 6 attributes, namely name, height, weight, city, pin code, and state. Suppose I know pin code for a particular record or for a particular person. Then can you find the corresponding city? Can you find the corresponding city? Yes, of course. When we know the pin code, surely we can find what is the corresponding city. So this is an example of a functional dependency. Suppose I know the name of a particular person. I know the name of a particular person. Then can you identify his height? Is it possible to find the height, sir? When we know the name of a particular person, it is not possible. So this is the examples of functional dependencies. In this example, we have some domain knowledge about the attributes of the relation. Okay. Now suppose that we don't have any domain knowledge about the relation. Then how to identify what are the functional dependencies that will hold on the given relation? For that, we need to discuss the definition of the functional dependency. Suppose alpha is subset of R. That means alpha is a subset of the attribute set of the relation R. Similarly, beta is a subset of the attribute set of the relation R. Then we say the functional dependency alpha implies beta. Alpha implies beta holds on the relation instance R if and only if for any two tuples, if T1 of alpha is equal to T2 of alpha. That means alpha is having same values for tuples T1 and T2. Then compulsorily those two tuples must have same value for beta also. Those two tuples must have same value for beta also. Let me explain this condition with an example. Suppose I have a relation in which alpha and beta are attributes and I have only 3 tuples. Assume the value of alpha for T1 is 5. Similarly, the value of alpha for T3 is also 5. So here the tuple T1 and T3 both are having same value for alpha. Then in such scenario, the corresponding values of beta must be same or should be same. Whenever they are same, we will say the functional dependency alpha implies beta is satisfied by the relation instance. Okay. Now let us consider a special case. Suppose the values of alpha are like this. That means there are no two tuples for which the values of alpha are same. In such scenario, alpha implies beta is always satisfied by the given relation instance. So when we have the records which are having different values or distinct values for the attribute set alpha, the functional dependency alpha implies beta always satisfied. Is that clear, sir? So let us see one example. Suppose we have a relation with two attributes A and B. Let us verify whether A implies B is satisfied by this relation instance or not. So let us give the names, sir. T1, T2, T3, T4. Fine. Now verify are there any two tuples for which the value of A is same. So we have T1 comma T2. For these two values are same. What are the corresponding values of B, sir? 4 comma 5. These two are not same. Since these two are not same, this is not satisfied by the relation instance. Let us verify B goes to A also. Okay. I think for T3 and T4, B values are same. These are 3's. What are the corresponding values, sir? 2. So these are same. So I can say this functional dependency is satisfied by the relation instance. The next example. Suppose we have a relation with two attributes, employee ID and employee name. Let us verify this functional dependency is satisfied by this instance or not. So let us give the names T1, T2, T3. Now when coming to employee ID, all the values are distinct, sir. So that means there are no two records for which the values of employee ID are same. Then in such case, this always holds. What about employee name implies employee ID? So for this, I think tuple 2 and tuple 3 both are having same value. What about the corresponding values are? This is 2, this is 3. These two are not same. So that's why this will not be satisfied by this relation instance. Now let us discuss what is the classification of the functional dependencies. Functional dependencies are mainly classified into three types. The first one is trivial functional dependency. What is a trivial functional dependency? Whenever I have a functional dependency x goes to y, we will call this a trivial functional dependency if the right side is a subset of the left side. For example, suppose I have a relation with 4 attributes. We have a relation with 4 attributes. Okay. Suppose I have a relation, I have a functional dependency a goes to a. This is a trivial functional dependency. Why, sir? Because a is subset of a. What about this one, sir? Suppose I have written like this: a comma c. Here, let us write it clearly. A comma c goes to c. Can I say this is trivial, sir? Surely, because the right side is subset of the left side. So this is trivial functional dependency. The next one is non-trivial functional dependency. What is non-trivial functional dependency? Suppose xy is our functional dependency. Whenever x intersection y is equal to empty, whenever the intersection of the right side and left side is equal to empty, then we say it is a non-trivial functional dependency. For example, I can have a goes to c. This is non-trivial because a intersection c is equal to empty. What about this, sir? This is also non-trivial because BC intersection A is equal to empty. The next one is semi-trivial functional dependency. What is semi-trivial functional dependency? Suppose x goes to y is a functional dependency. If x intersection y is not equal to empty, if x intersection y is not equal to empty, then we say it is a semi-trivial. For example, suppose I have AB goes to BC. Then in this case, what is the intersection of AB intersection BC, sir? That is B. This is not equal to empty. So this is an example of a semi-trivial functional dependency. This is about the classification of functional dependencies. Now let us discuss some more examples on functional dependencies. The first one, which of the following functional dependencies are satisfied for the following relation instance? So let us give the names, sir. T1, T2, T3, T4, T5. So we have a relation instance with 5 records. Let us verify the first one. Are there any two tuples for which the value of A is same? T1 and T2. These two are having same value, that is 1. What are the corresponding values of B, sir? 1, 2. These two are not same. So this will not be satisfied. What about second one, sir? B goes to A. T1, T3. These two are 1, 1. What are the corresponding values? 1, 2. These two are not same. So this is not satisfied. What about last one, sir? A goes to C. So T1, T2. What is T1, sir? 1 value, right? So what are the values of C? 4, 4. These two are same. Now any more tuples which are having same values, sir? T3, T4, T5. All these are having value as 2. Then what are the corresponding values? 3, 3, 3. All these are same. So I can say this is satisfied. Is it clear, sir? Now one important note is, sir, this is very important note, sir. Whenever a functional dependency has failed or violated, then I can conclude this functional dependency does not hold for the entire relation. But whenever it succeeds, we should not conclude that this functional dependency will hold for the entire relation, because in future if you add some more records, they may violate our functional dependency. So that's why whenever the functional dependency has failed for the particular instance, I can say it is failed for the entire relation. But when it succeeds, I should not say it will succeed for the entire relation. So the same thing I given as a notes are, by examining as a single relation instance, we can conclude a functional dependency is violated, but we cannot conclude a functional dependency holds on the relation. So please make a note of this, sir. So the same note they can give like this question. Consider the following statements. We can check if a functional dependency holds by examining a single relation instance. The second one is we can check a functional dependency is violated by examining a single relation instance. Whenever it holds, I should not say it holds for the entire relation. So this will not be true. Whenever it is violated, I can say it will violate for the entire relation. So only statement 2 is true. Is that clear, sir? The same note I given in the form of a question. Let us solve some more questions. Which of the following functional dependencies are satisfied for the following relation instance? I think we have 6 records, sir. So let us give the names T1, T2, T3, T4, T5, T6. Now let us verify each of these functional dependencies one by one. The first one is A goes to B. A goes to B. So for A, T1 comma T3, these two are having same values, sir. What are the values? A1 comma A1. What about corresponding values of B, sir? B1, B3. These two are not same. So this was failed. So 1 is failed. Since 1 has failed, we can strike out the option D. Then what about second functional dependency, sir? The functional dependency is A goes to C. A goes to C. Okay. What about A goes to C, sir? I think for A, T1 comma T3. These two are having same values. What about C values, sir? C1 comma C1. Now any more two tuples, sir, for A goes to C? So T2, T4, and let me write it here, sir. T2, T4, T6. So we are verifying A goes to C, sir. The value of A is T2 is A2, T4 also A2, T6 also A2. What about the values of C, sir? So for T2 it is C2, sir. For T4 it is C3. So it was failed. So this functional dependency also failed. So the second one also failed, sir. Since the second one was failed, we can eliminate option A also. So we have only two more options. Now, if you observe very clearly, 3 is present in both of them. That means 3 will be satisfied. Anyway, for safe side, better to verify the third option also. What is third option, sir? C goes to A. For C goes to A, for C, C1, C2, I think T1 and T3, these two are same. C1, C1. What are A values? A1, A1. Any more two tuples, sir? No. C2, C3, C4, C5. So this will hold. So 3 is satisfied. 3 is present in both of them. What about fourth, sir? Fourth is AB goes to C. What about AB, sir? A1, B1, A2, B2, A1, B3, A2, B2. So T2, T4, A2, B2, A2, B2. What are the values of C? C2, C3. These two are not same. So this was failed. So the fourth functional dependency was failed. Since the fourth was failed, this will not be our answer. So option B is our answer. The next question. Consider the following relation instance. Which of the following functional dependencies are satisfied for the following relation instance? So let us give the names, sir. T1, T2, T3, T4. Let us verify each of these options. Option A. What is the first functional dependency? Xy goes to Z. Xy goes to Z. Verify, are there any two tuples for which these values are same for xy? 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6, 3, 2. So all these values are distinct. All these values are distinct. So this will be satisfied. What about second one, sir? Z goes to Y. What about Z goes to Y, sir? So for Z, T1, T4, these two are having same values. What about Y values? This is 4, this is 2. These two are not same. So this was failed. So option A is not correct. What about option B, sir? Option B. The first functional dependency is yz goes to x. Yz 42, 53, 63, 22. So all these values are distinct. When all these values are distinct, I can say this will be satisfied. What about second one? X goes to Z. X goes to Z. What about X, sir? T1, T2, T3. These are having same values. What about Z? 2, 3. By here only it was failed. So this was failed. So option B is not correct. What about option C, sir? Option C. The first one is yz goes to x. Just now we verified, sir. That is correct. Because the yz values are distinct for all records. What about y goes to z? What about y goes to z, sir? For y, all the values are distinct. Since all the values are distinct, this also will be satisfied. So A is not correct, B is not correct, C is correct. For safe side, it is better to verify the fourth functional dependency also. Depends on our time availability in our exam. So the fourth one, sir, let us verify it. Option D. The first one is xz goes to y. What is xz, sir? Okay, let us write the names. T1, T2, T3, T4. Okay, for xz 1, 2, 1, 3. T2, T3 are same, sir. T2, T3. This is 1, 3. This is 1, 3. What about y values? This is 5. This is 6. Okay, so these two are not same. So that's why this will not hold. So option D is not correct. Is that fine? So this is about functional dependencies and its types. In next session, we will discuss about uses of functional dependencies. Thank you.